Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode with me, Danny. Today we will look at installing Stable Diffusion 2.1. Let's get started. Hey everyone, let's get started with installing Stable Diffusion 2.1. Remember, you need to follow the instructions in my previous video about installing Stable Diffusion 1.5. That's a prerequisite. Also, you need to add the command git pull into your webui-user.bat in order to be able to proceed. So let's go to step number 1, and that is to download the model v2-1_768 non-EMA pruned.ckpt. So we do that by going to the Hugging Face, and as you can tell, there are two models. I'm selecting the pruned one and then clicking on download. I'm gonna let it take its time. Go get yourself a cup of coffee if you're interested, if your internet is slow. Otherwise, we are going to proceed to step number 2, and that is to download the configuration file. Now, you can do that by going into the Hugging Face website, first of all, just to look around, educate yourself, and then go into the GitHub repository for Stable Diffusion and go and download the v2-v.yaml file. This is the one you need if you're downloading the 768 resolution model. If you do that, go here, and you can click on the raw file, and then you can right click and save as. By the way, I did make a mistake by doing this. You're not supposed to save as, because what it does is it's going to save it as a text file, as you can see here. But unfortunately, I did not realize that until later in the game when I started getting all these error messages. So for the sake of simplicity, let's just proceed and assume that we did what we have to do. The next step would be to go to the models and make sure that we are pasting our model file right here, as you can see, and I'm going to copy this and rename my YAML file to be the exact same name as the model. This is very important, okay? But again, my YAML file is still not optimum because it is not really a YAML file, it's a text file. And I won't know that yet because the next step ideally is to go and run my webui-user.bat file. And that's where ideally it should work, but it didn't. And what I had to do, and I'll teach you the trick, is for my YAML file, because this was a new computer, the configuration of the file view is a little bit different. So you have to make sure to go to View, Show, and then click on File Name Extensions. I want to be able to see the file name extensions. And as you can zoom in here, you will see that my YAML file had a .txt at the end, and that is not correct. I need to remove that and then save my file. Only then I'm actually ready to run my webui-user.bat file. And I'm going to have to wait a couple of seconds for the interface to load. I'm going to refresh it, and as you can see now I have my 2.1 model right here. I'm going to select it and going and changing my resolution to 768 for both the width and the height. And let's type something and start by saying something like salesperson at shopping mall. Again, let's generate. Obviously now it's working fine. By the way, I spared you the trouble of having to see me try and fix all the error messages that came up because I didn't name the YAML file correctly, and I missed to remove the .txt file. So as you can tell, it's working fine for me now. Obviously, there will be other episodes where I will talk in detail about how to use negative prompts and add more keywords into your prompts to make sure that the results that come out are actually useful and good. The results here are not great, as you can look at her hands Again, multiple fingers, that all can be avoided nowadays with using negative prompts and proper keywords. And we will delve into that subject in multiple videos in the near future. So if you like what you're seeing, if you're interested in learning more about Stable Diffusion, now that version 2.1 has really gone to the next level, then give me the thumbs up and let me know that I'm doing good, and that please subscribe to my channel, and I will make more videos like that for you. And I will see you in another episode right here on jeak.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.